on, guys? Happy Tuesday. It's June 9th, 2020. Of course, we already know. 9:13 a.m. I hope everybody had a fantastic evening last night, and I hope everybody had a great day yesterday in the market. It seemed to be like a killer day. Funds were not settled over on E-Trade from TD. Missed out on a lot of great opportunities. BYND was our number one that I was like, if I were to put my funds here, I'm putting it all on BYND. I would go heavy on it. BYND just ripped and ran yesterday from 147, 148, all the way to 162, guys. And our target was only 155. It got all the way to 162. So yesterday was a very, very fun day in the market. I know there was a lot of money to be made, and I know everybody in chat was making some quick, easy profits as well. So again, I hope you guys had a great evening, and I'm fired up today, guys. I'm ready to hit the market hard. Already up a quick $140 over on IZEA. Quick little scalp off that 144-ish mark. So already booked some quick early morning profit. Again, funds still are not settled with E-Trade. As you guys know, I am switching from TD because they are giving us quite a bit of issues. So I think tomorrow they should be settled. So my main focus today is going to be on the SPY futures. If the market is just not choppy, if we get some nice volatility in the market, some nice consistency, I'll be looking to scalp some futures today to make a couple dollars, and then obviously some penny stocks. But I'm here for you guys as well, for you guys that want to jump on some options. We'll definitely be looking at some options today as well, see exactly where the opportunity's at, and make sure everybody's making some money in chat today, guys. So let's go ahead and dive into today's morning newsletter and see exactly what we have going on in the market. Well, we already know, number one, IZEA, guys. Why is IZEA moving on up? I think it was a press release yesterday, obviously. This stock went from around 60 cents all the way to $1.26. Right now, IZEA is trading at about $2.59 with pre-market highs at $2.73. IZEA is a 32 million in float stock. And as you can see here on the daily chart, over the past few months, it trades quite a bit of volume. There's been some days we've had almost 100 million shares, but on average, we're trading at like 16 to 24 million shares. Right now here in pre-market, 17 million. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Yahoo Finance and see exactly what the average daily volume is. As you guys know, that's very, very important. We want to find a stock that's trading at least its average daily volume or above. So right now, if we look at Yahoo Finance, IZEA, average daily volume is 8.6 million shares over the last 6 months. Yesterday traded 38 million. So 8.6 million is the average daily. Yesterday, 38 million. Right now, again, it's trading at 17. So we hit that first box, right? We hit the first box. It's trading at high relative volume. All right, what's the next box we want to check? Press release. So what's the press release, guys? So IZEA filing yesterday shows registration for $10 million at the market common stock offering. So we talked about offerings before. Usually common stock offerings are bad. Why is that? Well, let's say IZEA is trading at $2.73, and they come out with a common stock offering, and the offering took place at, say, $1.50. Well, that means there was $10 million worth of shares bought at $1.50. What's that stock worth to the general public, to traders like me and you that see that? Well, $1.50, guys. A big order, a large amount of money spent on these shares at a lower price than it's currently trading at. All right, so that's not good. So in this case, this is a decent offering, right? At the market. So at the current market, there's an offering for $10 million worth of shares. So that's why we're actually seeing IZEA move up based on that offering and not down, because the offering didn't take place at a below the market price. All right, so check that other box. We have a catalyst. We have a press release, right? We got good volume. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is the float, right? It's not a low float like we want to see. IMRN, low float, DRID, low float. One thing I just typed up here in chat as well, maybe about 30 minutes ago, guys, if you didn't see that, I said keep IMRN on watch. Why did I say keep IMRN on watch? I said this is going to possibly be a low float sleeper play. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this. I said keep this on high watch. This is a low float stock. This stock's gapping up. What did we see yesterday on IFRK? Right? It was number 15 on the leaderboard. And we said, keep this on high watch. This stock can get big time volume, right? And it did, because it's a low float sleeper play. Look, we have a lot of high float stocks right now. IZEA, 32 million. IDEX, 107 million, right? DRAD faded on off. It was the only other low float stock was DRAD, but it just tapered on off, guys. But a lot of these other stocks are pretty large in float. NAKD, not terrible, 7 million. But when we see these top gainers fade on off, traders go to the lowest float stock. This is probably going to be a low float sleeper play. Boom! Broke over 3, over 4, all the way to 12 freaking dollars right now. And it had a press release early this morning, right? That they request a meeting with the FDA for guidance on phase 2 trials to prevent acute infectious diarrhea. Well, I hope you guys get that done, because no one likes having diarrhea, right? So hopefully you guys get that shit done, all right? Because you know what? I need that for myself. No, I'm kidding, guys. So again, they come out with another press release, 8:55. ADRs jump after Naval Medical Research Center requests a meeting with the FDA. It's just a copy press release, guys. They already said that they requested a meeting with the FDA at 6 o'clock. Stock didn't do too much. The company reissues that press release when there's more people in the market. Traders see this, low float, boom, they jump in on it, guys. So IMRN, again, I wasn't looking at it. We all missed this. No one was expecting this big time move, this big time breakout, especially here in pre-market. But again, it's pretty cool to see that, you know, you have something that's like number 6, 7, 8 on the leaderboard, has a decent press release, everything else is a large float, and then coincidence enough, reissued the press release at 8:55, and this stock just goes bananas. So right now, IMRN, if this can hold on up until 9:30, gonna be our number 1 watch today, guys. Again, we got a press release, we got a low float stock. IMRN is definitely trading above its average daily, because it's never really crossed over that. I mean, it just never trades any volume, right? I can put my cursor right here at 1 million shares, and look, it's really never crossed that 1 million share mark. Right now, it's trading 600,000. So trading at good volume, that's number 1. Check the box off. Low float, check it off with news. Boom. This is the perfect penny stock to focus on, guys. This meets all 3 pieces of our criteria for a great penny stock to take advantage of if it sets itself up. So IMRN, number 1 watch. We talked about IZEA. DRAD, keep it on your back burner. There was a small press release. It is a low float stock. If things do fade off, IMRN, IZEA, do keep DRAD on watch, as this could get some volume, as it is a low float stock, trading at good volume, and it does have a press release as well. This stock really needs to get back above this 366 mark, 370 mark. If we can do that and hold, and really get some nice volume up over VWAP, we can easily see a rebreak of 4, some nice big time volume to get this thing back up towards around that 466, possibly even that 486 high a day. Why 466? I would even drag it down just a little bit to around 459. Well, because yeah, we had our first attempt push here, right? But this candle closed, we opened, we struggled, yeah, it hit 486, but when it came back to retest to try and get another go, that was that second area of resistance we couldn't get above. So that 459 to 460 is going to be a better target, in my opinion, than the 486 as far as locking something in if we ever do see some volume and activity move back in over to DRAD. That's really all we have today, guys, as far as pennies. Last one is NAKD. So NAKD, why is this stock up? Well, you know what? I can't find any news. Last press release was stocks moving in Tuesday's pre-market session, 736. Stock was already moving before that. Let's go ahead and look at that daily chart, see if we have any kind of pattern. Not really. I mean, not really over on NAKD. So, I mean, I don't see a catalyst. NAKD's, it's a 7 million in float stock, and it has decent volume. I mean, the average volume is around probably 5 to 6 is what I'm seeing there on TD. Let's go ahead and just look that up on Yahoo Finance to get the exact. I was saying probably 6 to 7 on average. That's actually about 2. 2 million shares on average. Yesterday traded at 9 million shares, and right now we're at about 7.4 million shares. So it has activity, it has volume. It's holding up relatively nice. It's a decently low flow. I just can't find news. So again, is it the number one stock we should focus on? No, but it is something we should keep on our watch list and just stay mindful of. If this stock ever does start moving back up, we just need to be prepared and know where the best entries and exits are. But again, I'm all over IMRN and IZEA as far as the top two stocks. NAKD and DRAD are the other two stocks on our back burner if those ever do get any kind of volume. So that's what we have for penny stocks. Go ahead and get those pre-market movers out of the way, get our scanners up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and talk about some possible options today, guys. Well, we do have CHK. All right, CHK is moving up really, really nice. This stock came out early. I said it was moving up nice. Sorry, I was looking at the daily. Moved up really, really nice yesterday. My bad, guys. Moved up really, really nice yesterday. We've had a couple days worth of continuation. This stock is actually gapping down pretty hard from, post-market highs of $84.75. Right now trading at $38. Why is it down so much? That's insane. Why is it down? Well, there's a press release at 3:36 a.m. that this company reportedly plans to file bankruptcy. Even last night, we had something come out at 1800 that they plan on filing bankruptcy. They issued it again at 3:36. We have a lot of people dumping the stock because if this stock files bankruptcy, this stock's pretty much worthless, guys. So we can definitely look at this as a big time short for options, right? From 84.75 dumping all the way down to 37.15. That's a huge move to the downside. Now, how much further can we see CHK go? Let's go ahead and take a look at this daily chart, guys. We have yesterday's low right around this 36 mark, right? So that was right around yesterday's intraday low and some pre-market resistance as well. So right around 36.15 is going to be the best support if the stock wants to hold and try and push back to the upside. We want to see that 36.15 hold. If we lose that 36.15, our next little area of support down towards around this 32. Why did I say 32? Well, this was, March 23rd, April 23rd's spiking high. We even have some consolidation around this area on the daily chart prior, right? And we actually did come down. We lost it momentarily, got back above, and we bounced off of that 32 area. So right now, 32.02 support, 36.15 best support. If we start losing some of these areas, we can definitely look for some puts, some nice $4 movement to the downside for some puts. But if we do hold and we start pushing back up over 40, we can look for maybe some 45 calls and, take advantage of CHK because there's a lot of people looking at this based on that press release. All right. Don't play against the trend though, guys. Right now, it's just a pure nasty just downtrend until we see some nice consistency and movement to the upside. I would definitely be all over this as far as puts go. Very less likely to do calls unless I see something substantial that, stands out as far as jumping in on some calls on something like CHK. Then we have NKLA. All right, so NLKA, recent IPO stock. This stock IPO'd around $37.75. Why is NKLA up this morning? Well, look in here. NKLA announced $250 million investment in this company. So CNH Industrial announced a $250 million investment in NKLA. This press release came out yesterday. This stock yesterday gapped up to 41 and ran all the way to 73.70, guys. This stock is a absolute beast. Look at that big time move yesterday. Look at how nice and consistent this stock was yesterday. Clear cut ascending triangle breakout of 61 with a nice big push to 70 to 73 in today. This stock is gapping up beautifully, hitting pre-market highs of 97.41. How high can this stock go? What's the top target on this? Well, I would say $100, guys. $100 is going to be very, very tough for this stock to get above. However, if this stock ever breaks $100, this stock could go on a big time run, on a big time move, and really the sky's the limit, over $100. Obviously, every $5 to $10 is going to be resistance, but look at how much action's in the stock. Look how many people are trading this stock. There's a lot of volume. There's a lot of action, right? So I think for options, we should be focused on NKLA at the start and pretty much for the good rest of the day. We do have some other stocks that are moving. We can keep our eyes on WORK, right? That was yesterday's decent mover there. BYND was a great run yesterday. We were talking about that in chat. Didn't have funds, couldn't take advantage of this big time move, but we're definitely going to watch BYND. MU, not too much going on. MSRN, nothing going on. Macy's, woo! Macy's, what a move. If we would have still had those Friday calls, we'd be banking big time. I mean, you're talking over 1,000% on that swing trade if we would have actually continued to hold that and not scaled out. But again, we were up like 400 or 500%. Why wouldn't you take that when you had it? You know what I mean? So again, we're going to be looking at Macy's, see if this can have some nice continuation today. Macy's has been an absolute beast over the past couple of weeks from my first initial swing trade of around like $5. Right now it's hitting pre-market, post-market highs of $11.15. So number one, NKLA, right? Number one for options. Number two, I'm saying Macy's. Number three, BYND. Going to see where this holds itself up. And really, guys, there's not a lot of other stuff going on in the market. You know, SPY tapered on off this morning. Really, really choppy right now. Everything else is kind of just very choppy. Not a lot of volume. So, yeah, NKLA is going to be our number one options watch. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. We got about 8 seconds until the market goes. And let's have a fantastic day. Let's make some quick, easy money, guys. And let's have fun while we do it. Woo! That was fun, man. I start coming in maybe like 5 minutes early so I don't have to like rush through everything. Because I feel like I'm out of breath at 9:30. I don't talk for the next 10 minutes because I'm catching my breath. So we're going to look at some pennies the first couple minutes, guys. IZEA. And then we were definitely all over IMRN. Looks like this one may get halted here momentarily. Bids are starting to stack. Not quite. Not quite. Our best support, our best area for a possible bounce, back down towards around $9.12. But I don't think it's going to get there. So let this thing kind of, just kind of, I would say taper on off, come back down towards around these, $9 area for a possible bounce. And right when I say that, we may get a big red candle for a possible bounce here. I like down here towards around that $9 mark. If I could ever get filled at $9, that would be the lowest area that I'd want to actually get filled at over on IMRN. Ooh, IZEA tried to get a quick little push and then just gave a lot back. So I'm still all over IMRN. I think this has some of the best potential. Again, guys, what I would like to see is a big another red candle right down the 9. People come in and buy this bad boy up right back over 10. Again, if that 9 didn't hold, my stops would be like 25 cents, guys. Keeping it really, really tight. And I never had an order, but it never really came down that far anyway. Just watching the price action on the level 2. If we do shoot down quick down towards the low 9s, I want to see what we look like on the bids. But just so you guys know, based on that level 2 and how we look, if we have some strength down there and some nice buyers, I may look to do a quick scalp off that $9 bounce. Again, keeping my stop very, very tight. I'm talking like 20, 25 cents at the most if it does dip below $9 momentarily. But right now, there is a pretty decent spread. You're talking about a 25-cent spread on 1,000 shares, guys. I mean, you're already $2.50 in the hole on a spread like that. Doesn't look like it's going to come all the way down right now. Looking like it's trying to hold above that $10 mark. I am not a buyer. I am not in. I don't want to try and get 10. 10 is a good area for a bounce. I mean, it's a whole number. It's $10 support. But I did like that low of around that $9 mark, just a little bit better for a fill. It did come down pretty close. I mean, we got all the way down to like 938. I just didn't have any limit orders in the system, or I would have had some limits. Actually, I probably would have never got filled anyway. To be completely honest with you, I would have never put limits that high. It would have been like 9, 905, 910, 915. I would have never had them all the way up in like the 930, 940s. Not a big fan of that upper shadow right there, guys. So I'm going to sit back over on IMRN. The last thing I want to do is try and grab this $9 bounce, and we could see a quick dollar wash on it, and I'm not in the market to take a big loss. So I'm going to even be not greedier, but more particular, right? I'm going to be even more patient. I'm going to put my order down around $8, guys. Why $8? Well, after our big time push to the upside, that's where we actually had our first initial little pullback. I still think $9 is a good area, but if I can get lower, closer to 8, I think that's a better, very, very low risk play where I can risk like 10, 20 cents, right? Take some starters down here, maybe 500 shares. If it does get, destroyed, I cut out quick and not take a big loss. But I'm thinking somewhere around that 971 mark. 788-ish was the actual low, is where I'm more or less interested over on IMRN for a possible dip buy if we can get one big red candle right down to that area for a quick little dollar push back up. Probably not going to get down towards around that 790-ish mark over on IMRN, so I probably won't get filled. So I'm going to sit back, sit on my hands. We are only 6 minutes into the market, guys. All right? We still have all day. If you're not in anything, if you haven't made any money, it's fine. It's 6 minutes. We're good to go. Right now, it's just very uncertain. Right now, the best support is around these lows at, that's 959-ish mark. Also pre-market support. So right now, that is a nice little area. But again, I want it even lower. I'm going to be greedy in a sense. Right? I'm going to be greedy because I want it cheap. If I don't get it cheap, I'm not going to get it. Period. I don't need it. I don't want it. That's not my go-to setup. So I'm going to wait. Looks like SPY, some nice volume out of the gate. I may look to do some quick scalps on some futures. We do have some nice volume right here. So let's kind of see where this wants to go. So I do have one futures contract right here, risking 2 points on futures. See if we get that continuation to the upside. I do like the SPY, especially when we have some nice momentum. And right here we have that quick red to green move. Nice volume moved in. I could see this easily just doing a nice steady move to the upside today. So I do have one futures contract that I'm going to hold. Right now my risk is right off today's open. I know we're looking at the SPY, not the big boy that's like at 3,200, the S&P 500. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean. This is the SPDR. It's the SPDA ETF. So this is what I'm looking at. Boom, right here. Same chart, same stuff, just, yeah, and my risk is actually going to be right there at today's open. Apple. I know Royal in chat's making that quick, easy money over on Apple. Look at him go, guys. He's killing it. Apple's going to be a great stock today, guys. We can see a nice, consistent stair-stepping pattern on the way up. We've seen that over the last couple days, just slow, steady. Be more or less like a long, all-day hold in a sense. Or we can scalp the crap out of it. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely look at some Apple. How's IMRN doing? Still not doing a whole lot. IZEA, pretty choppy. NAKD, may try to get a quick little pop over that VWAP, but again, you got a dollar resistance right overhead. DRAD, not doing a lot. CHK, halted. NKLA, halted. So I did the big no-no, guys. I did the big no-no. You know, I'm very transparent. I actually averaged down into SPY because we were putting in that higher low right there. And I started to see some more buying action move in, so I averaged in. So I have 2 contracts now with a nice average. Looking for a break over today's intraday high. So yes, I did the big no-no, and I averaged down. As a new trader, definitely don't do that. It's very, very risky if you don't know what you're doing. But again, I knew my risk tolerance. I know if I averaged here, what my average was, what my stop is at these bottoms. So that's why I went ahead and did that. And right now, I'm back to about break even since I averaged down on that. So right now, I want to see this hold above VWAP. If we start losing that area and looking pretty weak, probably just go ahead and cut it at pretty much break even right around this area. If we can't get a nice solid push in the next couple minutes over on the SPY, just got my eyes on the level 2, looking to see how we act around this area, right around this 320.25 mark. And thank you, Apple, for just being an absolute beast today, because you are absolutely helping me out with the SPY. So I appreciate you very, very much. So now I'm just playing these 1 minute candle, guys. So now I'm just literally trailing my new stop underneath these candle lows. So every time that we close higher, right, and we put in a higher low, I'm just literally scaling my stop underneath these wicks, right? So right now my stop out, this 320.33 mark, right? If we can close nice and put in a higher low off this wick, my new stop's gonna be that 320.49 mark, right? So that's how I'm gonna play this on futures. That's how I usually do it on futures, is I literally just scale my stop for my entry underneath these candle lows. So now it is right here at that 320.48 mark. So I'm out 100%. That doesn't really make any sense as far as I was up like 30 bucks, but it cleared me at a $5 profit. So what's going on there? That's weird. Huh. So I took it for 4 points. Okay, that doesn't really make any sense, but it is what it is. You know, green's green. I went ahead and stopped quick out on it on futures. It was like a $30 profit. I booked 5.